How to identify an eastern white pine, also known as Pinus strobus. Now, the first part of identifying one of these trees is seeing if it's a pine tree. Then you'll want to go up to it and take one of the tiny branches off, and you'll see that it actually grows in little tiny clumps of little clumps of 5 needles. Go all the way up on these. Then you want to look at the bark. On all the trees, they'll be sort of trenchy. I mean, a lot of bark looks the same, really, if you ask me, but it'll be kind of trenchy. You'll see all these little lines in it, sort of like it's cracked. On younger trees, it'll be more smooth like this. Be a lot smoother. It won't be as cracked through it as this guy right here. Here's some of the pine cones that it drops. So the pine cones, they actually, when they're growing, they'll be all sealed up like this, and right before they drop, they actually flare out like this, and all the seeds are down in there. So when it drops, all the freaking seeds, they just drop with the pine cone. It flares up, opens, drops them all. Another way to identify one is they're super climbable. If you look at it, you think I can climb that, it's probably a eastern white pine. A lot of red pine, they'll just grow up just single lines like that. Just real singular. Sometimes there'll be 2 trunks that split off, but a lot of times it's just one single line up and then a few branches at the top. And these suckers can grow pretty freaking big. I mean, there's Nala the border collie right next to one, and shoot, this trunk's bigger than her. Now, in case you just have logs of it, here's some that are cut down. You can see that the wood, it's real yellow. The wood is real yellow all the way across. It's not like a black walnut tree, for example, where the inside wood will be dark brown and then the outer rings are going to be real light. Most of it is kind of the same color until you get to the little sap line there. That's what the inside looks like. And here again, you can tell this was a younger tree, so the bark is real smooth against this. It just changes with age. Now you can actually turn these pine needles right here into a pretty freaking tasty tea. The natives used to drink it all the time. They thought, the pine trees, they were the last trees with all their leaves on them during winter. So they thought it was, the secret to youth, drinking pine tea. So in the springtime, they'll have a very distinct yellow pollen that's flying all off them. And it can actually be harvested, and you can take a little bag onto a clump and then just shake it. And then you'll just get a big freaking pile of pollen dust. And you can turn that into tinctures, I believe a tea. There's a couple things you can do with it. That's the eastern pine tree, Pinus strobus, and that's how you identify one.